This interview is for information only and should not be considered as investment advice or a recommendation to buy shares in the company featured. Welcome to this Stock Box interview.
Joining us today is Kerry Chambers, the recently appointed CEO of Acuity Risk Management Limited, which is the wholly owned subsidiary of Acuity Risk Management PLC. So thank you very much for joining us today, Kerry. First of all, congratulations on the appointment of the limited company. How are you feeling about that?
Thanks, Mark. I'm really honoured. I'm really excited to step into the role of CEO. I'm really looking forward to leading our team. We've got a very talented team driving company growth to new heights that we're expecting. I do actually want to take this opportunity to say thank you and pass on my gratitude to everyone that supported me to get to this point, because that's what has meant a great deal. But yeah, really excited.
Okay, well, I like what you say there, driving the company to growth to new heights. Of course, some recent news from the company, and we have spoken about this before, it's really about getting sales and getting contract wins, but you have announced a contract win with the British Government that is initially for 3 years, potentially to extend another year, but initially for 3 years, and that would be worth £388,000 to Acuity. So this is, I think, perhaps the first contract win with the company as a listed PLC. So well done, first of all, on that. How are you feeling about this contract win? Are you able to elaborate a little bit more on who it is in the government and what this use is going to be for?
Sure. So very thrilled to announce that we've won that contract. I can't actually tell you which central government department due to confidentiality. But for me, it demonstrates the trust that the public sector, these large central government departments, are willing to place in the capabilities of Acuity. It validates the value, I guess, that we bring to the table as an organisation and with our technology. This partnership with this particular department reinforces our position as a sort of trusted provider and supplier to government departments of risk management solutions. So I'm expecting that this contract win is going to be the precursor to more opportunities in this sector, open the door for an increasing number of new customer partnerships.
Well, that's good to hear. I was going to ask you that if it does sort of act as a stepping stone to help you get to other government departments or similar entities, and clearly you feel that it could do that. What would be your plan to perhaps scale operations and sort of meet this potential demand?
Yeah, so Acuity is obviously already very well established in the GRC market, and particularly in the area of cyber risk management. We've got a proven track record in that area of risk management, helping organisations to mitigate and manage risks effectively. But we can also widen that with the public sector. So there's a lot of demand around secure by design in the public sector. We're about to launch some new functionality towards the end of the summer that will help the public sector, particularly those that have to follow the secure by design methodology, to be able to navigate through that step by step, where they don't have to then buy in expensive risk management expertise. They can use our software to do that. So we're really excited about the opportunity there.
Excellent. Okay, and I did notice in the RNS mentioned about the increasing awareness and the importance of cybersecurity across both private and public sectors. How does Acuity plan to stay competitive and innovative in these growing markets, and what would you say differentiates the Stream software from other solutions in the market?
Sure. Well, cybersecurity and the risk management of cybersecurity is obviously a huge and top concern for all organisations in the current landscape. With our risk management platform, so with Stream, it's specifically developed to address the challenges that organisations face there. So it's got increased configurability in terms of looking at the different frameworks they may want to manage associated with the cyber risk management challenges. It's got very configurable and comprehensive functionality, so we can help our customers identify the vulnerabilities that they might be looking at and assess those risks, and then implement the strategies surrounding that will help them to safeguard the assets of the organisation. But alongside that, what does differentiate us is our kind of position in the market, the expertise that comes along with Acuity and the organisation. We're very well known and have a good track record for our deep subject matter expertise. And that's one of the things that truly sets us apart from our competitors, really understanding the challenges that our customers and other organisations face.
That's interesting, because you mentioned earlier about being a trusted provider and supplier. And I was going to ask you if there's anything that the particular people you were dealing with in the British government had said to you as to perhaps why, because I'm sure they tendered out to a number of potential providers. Is there any sort of feedback they gave to you as to why they settled on you?
So it is a mixture of those two things. So the configurability of the system, the way that you can take multiple frameworks and cross-manage the risks with the controls within the system. But because it was initially specifically developed for cyber risk management, because there was a gap in the market back when this was developed initially, they feel that it was ahead of our competitors in terms of how they could make that fit their own particular vulnerabilities and threat management that they were doing themselves. And then it really is the team, this contract and this contract win, it was a collective effort from the team. I'm really proud, incredibly proud of the whole team. It's the expertise, the commitment, the excellence they've shown in the whole process in terms of, talking to their colleagues in our new customers department, and they trust them. They understand that they really understand the subject matter of cyber risk management.
Okay, so you're talking there about the expertise of your team, the Acuity team, really understanding the needs of the customer. That's extremely important. And the ability, I guess you didn't use these words, but the ability to perhaps tailor the solution to their needs?
Yeah, so when I talk about configurability, so it's most SaaS platforms won't be, there will be some element of configuration, but the way the configurability of Stream is often commented on from our customers that, it can be set up to match frameworks, such as ISO 27001, NIST and things like that. But if they have their own frameworks, those can be applied within the system, and it can use multiple frameworks as well, so that it takes away the job from them of having to manage controls against multiple frameworks. And the configuration really adapts to the processes of the business rather than asking them to adapt to ours.
Okay, that makes sense. Well, it's clear here that you're making progress, you're getting contract wins, and that's really what your business is all about, is getting those contract wins and building that value, as you say, and building the value for shareholders. So just thinking about making progress, are you able to provide any insights on what this contract win might mean for the company's projected financial performance and growth trajectory, let's say over the next, let's just put it in the next 6 months. Let's keep it a short time frame. What's the next 6 months looking like, or what are you hoping to achieve, is maybe an easier question to answer.
Yeah, so obviously I can't talk about forward-looking statements, but the contract win, we feel, is a real stepping stone towards a much broader strategic vision. Everything looks very healthy in terms of the pipeline. We see tremendous growth potential in terms of the organisations that we're talking to. We see a huge amount of growth potential in the public sector and beyond that. But our goal is to expand Acuity's market presence, both here in the UK, but also in the US market. So we're forging forward with that programme, aligning with new partnerships so that we can continue to build on and deliver those kind of risk management solutions in those markets for our clients.
Okay, excellent. So I guess we can look out at some point to see the statements, of course, when that is appropriate, but looking really for future contract wins, making that growth, expanding presence in the UK and the USA, and potentially new partnerships. So there's a fair bit of news, I would say, that's probably due to come before the end of the year.
Absolutely, yeah. We're expecting to be able to release kind of regular news updates in terms of new contract wins, but also those alliances with our partners, extremely important to us as well.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for your time today. Kerry Chambers, the CEO of Acuity Risk Management Limited. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Mark.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at stockboxmedia.com. Thank you for watching.